language.
Yes.
So what does body language have to do with your voice?
Well, it's really interesting because most speaking trainers out there are like, body language is about stand straight, pose here, gesture here. And to me, that, again, the robot porcelain doll syndrome. But for me, I have the totally opposite approach where in your body, we all carry our stress in different places. And there are 8% of the population that carries pain and another percentage of the population that has some kind of illness.
Right.
But overall, we all, 100% of us have stress in our life. And
Really?
on any given day, we're carrying that stress in certain ways. And that stress actually affects your voice. So, for example, people who have a ton of jaw stress, they talk like this, and it makes them sound very constricted. And can you feel the stress right now? Karma, do you want to keep talking to me when I've got this kind of... It's like this person with a big stress, it's like they're unable to, I just have to stop doing that. It's exhausting. But, so that's an example where somebody like that reads as somebody, when you have jaw tension like that and you're constricted, you actually read as being a very stubborn person who is not flexible to work with. That's subconsciously, because we don't realize that, but that's subconsciously what's happening. For people who carry a lot of the chest, the tension, and the heat, it's like they've got grief in their life. And we all have grief in our life, but can you imagine trying to network with someone saying, yes, okay. Yes, it would be wonderful to work with you. It's like, holy moly, Batman. So what does the body have to do with it? So I'm very untraditional. I don't work on people with their gesturing and posing and turning them into robots. I work with you in terms of where do you hold your stress. So for me, I hold all my stress here. You too?
Yeah.
Yes. So, so it's really about learning to be more in tune with your body, taking time to stop and breathe several times a day and do a mental scan of where the tension is. Breathe into, for us, our shoulders. And just start to, so even if we do 5 minutes 5 times a day, it gets us rebalanced and more authentic in how we show up. In other words, we're like, hi, Karma, how are you? Okay, so now we've got to do this versus, hi, Karma, how are you? So here's what we're going to do. This is so much more engaging than, okay, I'm stressed and I just have to keep pushing through.
Oh, exactly.
Are you ready to run to the hills?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now I want to get into like the nitty gritty. What do you do about it?
What do you do about it? The first step to solving anything, how do you solve a problem like Maria, right? The first step to solving anything is, first of all, having awareness. A lot of people I meet go on and on, like I said, about not making enough business, and they don't realize it's really the way they're presenting themselves that's repelling people. So the first step you're going to do is you're going to put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, and you're going to close your eyes, and you're just going to just breathe naturally. Now, normally when I tell people to breathe, they go, and they sound like a hyena. Now, stop that. Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes and just breathe normally. And I just want you to observe, when you're breathing, when you inhale, does your belly expand and go out, or is your chest going and rising up? If it's mostly in your chest, and yes, it's possible to have breath going into both, but if it's mostly in your chest, it means you're taking a lot of tension in there, and it probably means that you're coming across a lot more aggressively. Now, there's a difference between being powerful in your voice and confident versus being aggressive and pushing the voice. Again, most speaking trainer tells you to articulate and to speak louder, and that's just stressful and bangs people over the head. Right. But whereas this, boom, I'm speaking in my belly, and it's a lot bigger, and I'm still confident, but I'm not banging people on the head.
Exactly.
So one of the ways you want to do is do that assessment. Start to notice, if you're breathing in your belly, and if you're not breathing in your belly, don't worry, you're normal. It's because, we have normal? So much, yes, me never, I don't want to be normal. Hello, remember, I'm not a porcelain doll robot.
Right.
But here's the deal. So the normal, or the healthy, not the normal, but the healthy way to breathe, even for your everyday wellness, is you want to breathe deep into your diaphragm, because you actually breathe oxygen into your whole body versus instead of just in your chest, you're only breathing into half of your lungs. So even in terms of health reasons, you want to breathe into that full body and exhale all that carbon dioxide from your whole body.
Right. And
so
I've noticed if you're not used to that, it makes you dizzy at first.
Yeah, so that was my next point. Thank you. Yes, you might get kind of dizzy because we're moving the energy in the body. I've had clients come to me specifically for speaking and end up like magnets in terms of manifesting and attracting men. I have a lot of female clients, and they do it. It's because we start breathing deep in our bodies, and we're because we're moving all that stuck energy. It actually releases a lot of subconscious stuff, and you actually end up attracting stuff. So that's just a side benefit. But you're probably wondering, how do I breathe in my belly if I don't? Because